Hi, so first, before I go into this, I'm just gonna say no question is a stupid question, so I'm just saying this like a disclaimer, so you'll see why. So, what I'm gonna speak about today is I was gonna come up with 10 questions, but I couldn't, so I came up with nine, which is good enough, I guess. So it's 10 frequently asked questions people ask PA students. Okay. So the first question is, can you work while you're in PA school? So a lot of people always ask that because I guess they're trying to um, make money like while they're in PA school. Um, the simple question is, the simple answer is no. You cannot work while you're in PA school unless you want to fail out. Like you can work, but you cannot work. So basically, it's a rigorous program. So basically, it's like you're doing 2 years of medical school work in like 4 years. So med students, they finish their program in 4 years, and PA students, they finish their program in 2 years. At least most school does. And you're doing this basically the same amount of work on top of doing rotations. So imagine that. So you cannot work, and so it's an extremely intense program. I know my program is 28.5 months. Some program is 3 years, and most programs is 24 months. So that's just 2 years. So imagine all that work in that short period of time, and you have to think of it like this: it's like a job. So it's like a nine to five thing or an 8 to 4 or whatever, however your program does it. Um, and each semester like at least for my program, I'm taking about 13 classes, 13 to 14 classes per semester. So imagine doing that, and let's say you're doing it from 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or whatever, you're going to need that time to study. So you're taking 13 to 14 classes, 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and you only have the time after class to study and on the weekends to study. So if you were working part time, then you will have no time to study, and when it comes to exam times, you cannot pass your exams. So the simple answer is no, you cannot work while you're in PA school. The next question is the program hard? Of course it's hard. You cannot say you want to become a PA because of the money, because if you do that, you'll not get through the program. Like you have to have drive to continue to do this because it's extremely hard, and you'll you'll figure it out your first semester once you start the PA program that is extremely hard. Like if you have no passion to become a PA and you see how hard it is, then you're not going to want to continue. So you need that passion and that drive to say, yes, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I'm going to get through this. So you basically need that drive to push yourself because there's going to be times when you're going to be crying. Um, you're not going to have time for your friends. You're not going to have time for anything else. So yeah, it's definitely hard. And if you have like you need a support system also, so it's gonna be hard. You're gonna cry. You're not gonna get the same grades that you got when you're in undergrad. um, so yeah, you're gonna have to push yourself extremely hard, um, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. Number three, the next question is, how often do you get to see your family? Maybe on holidays, on like special events or something, but you're basically in PA school, you're not going to really have time for family and friends. Um, like when you're on a holiday, it's like a semi-holiday because you also have to study, and when you get back, you're probably going to have exams. So you're going to be studying during the break, but when your family sees you, they're probably going to forget all about you because you're not really going to um, see them that much. So yeah, good luck with that. I'll say before you start PA school, you should take a vacation, see all your family and friends, and let them know from the beginning that they might not see you for months until the holiday time comes around, or until you're on vacation like a Christmas break. or something, because trust me, you're going to want to see your family, but all the little time that you have to study, you're going to use that time studying. Your friends are going to call you to say, oh, can you come to this party? Can you come to this birthday event or something? But your simple answer is going to have to be no. Like, you're going to put your phone on, start putting your phone on silent. You're not going to be able to answer phone calls. Um, yeah. So, and your friends are probably going to think you're abandoning them. They're not going to understand um, that the work you are doing is intense and you need all those times to study. They're going to say, yeah, but you can take like 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours out of your study time just to hang out or to go to a party or to go out to dinner. But they don't understand that you're taking so many classes and you have all these exams that you have to pass. So they're not going to understand that you need all that time that you can to study. And the little time that you do to have to take a break, you're going to want to either take a nap because you're going to be so tired from classes and studying, and you're just going to want to unwind and relax just a little bit before you get up and start studying again. So the simple answer is no, you're not going to have time for friends or family. Should I move? Or the next question number 4, should I move and live near campus or commute? Okay, I guess this is different for everyone. I would say if you can afford it, um, you should move or live closer to school, because you're gonna spend, depending on what type of studier you are, you're gonna spend a lot of times in school studying, and if you have a study group, so you might finish extremely late. So if you have like a 2 hour commute, I know like my school is in New York City, so if you have like a 2 hour commute to go back home after, let's say, you finish studying at like 10 or 11 p.m. at school, and you have a 2 hour commute, and then you have to be at school for like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. the next morning. That's kind of rough. You're basically not gonna have a lot of time to sleep. So yeah, if you can afford it, yeah, or take out loans. Um, but yeah, I will definitely move closer to school. I know I did. Some people did, but some people do commute, so it is doable. Um, so yeah, so you just have to, everybody's different. So you have to just see what works out for you or what you can handle. Okay, the next question is grades. So I have it, I like grades, and I have like 3 questions underneath it that people always ask regarding grades. So the first question is, I failed an exam. Will I get kicked out of the program? Each program is different, so I can't really answer that question. Um, yeah, you might fail like one exam, but how many exams do you have for that class? So if you have 3 exams for that class and you failed one, then you can make up with it with the other exams. So you're just gonna have to pass those other exams. So yeah, each program is different. So you just have to look in your handbook to see what's the policy against like failing a grade. Well, I would like for I mean failing like a class or something. If you failed a class, you have to look at your handbook to see what your school's policy is about failing a class. So I don't know, but grades wise, if you have multiple exams for that class, then you just have to make it up with the next exam. Sorry. Okay. The next question is, I'm upset because I barely passed my exam. What should I do? Honestly, once you're in PA school and you get to that point, once you pass, trust me, you'll feel like you got an A on that exam, because all you want to do is just get that passing grade and move on. You're not gonna dwell on anything else or say, "Oh my gosh, I wish I had a 90, or I wish I had a 85 or 100." Trust me, once you get to that point while you're like deep in PA school, you're going to be relieved if you barely pass. So don't even worry about it. Once you pass, just keep it moving, and keep go past your other exams and your other classes. So the next question people always ask is, I used to get all A's in undergrad and now I'm barely passing. It's like the next question. PA school is hard. Like I did biochemistry in my undergrad, and trust me, PA school is 10 times harder than what I did in undergrad. And that was a biochemistry degree. So, hey, um, it doesn't compare. Your undergrad and your doing the PA program does not compare to what you did in undergrad. So, yeah. Like I said, once you're in PA school and you're passing, that's all you want to know, that you're passing. It doesn't matter if you barely pass. At the end of the day, when you graduate, and you get a job, they're not going to say, oh, what did you get in this class or that class? Um, at the end you're just going to take your boards, and once you have that PAC at the end of your name, you can get any job you want. It doesn't matter if somebody um graduated with a 4.0 and somebody graduated with a 3.0. You guys are still going to get the same pay, the same job. Well, let me not say that, but you're still going to get a job no matter if you barely passed in PA school. And sometimes the person that barely passed knows more than the person that got a 4.0. So, hey, you can't really say that grade is based on your knowledge. Some people are good test takers. So, yeah. So just don't get down and just continue and just keep passing. If you're barely passing, continue to barely pass as long as you pass. Okay, question number 6. So what doctor do you sorry. So what doctor are you going to be, or you're going to be a doctor, right? Okay. This is like something like a lot of PA students get, especially from family members that doesn't know what a PA is. They just always think you're going to be a doctor. Like you'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm in school to become a PA," and then they'll tell everybody, "Oh yeah, my daughter is going to be a doctor." And everybody is always saying, "Oh, I can't wait for like doctor whoever to graduate." And you're always going to have to correct them, and then even when you correct them, they're still going to call you doctor. So, oh my gosh. It's kind of annoying, but um yeah, not everyone knows what a P is, so you're just going to have to educate them. So yeah. So if somebody asks what kind of doctor you're going to be, you just have to say, no, it's not a doctor, it's a PA, and you're just going to have to educate them on what a PA is and, what you do. Yeah, it's similar to stuff that a doctor does, but, you can't, claim that you're an MD and you're not. So just educate them, and the more people know, the more when they go to the doctor's office, they'll more ask for a PA, and they won't be hesitant if a PA comes to treat them, because not a lot of people know what a PA is. So the best thing to do is just educate, whoever, just so we can have like the PA awareness. Okay, question number 7. Why didn't you go Why didn't you just become a doctor? Like why are you becoming a PA and not a doctor? Like people always ask that. Even if you're on rotations, doctors will ask you that same question. So you just have to let them know that, they're gonna say, oh yeah, you have the potential. You could have been a doctor. Why did you become the PA? They're gonna think you're taking an easier route. Don't let those ignorant people keep you down or get you upset. Like people are ignorant. So at the end of the day, you're just gonna have to say, yeah, I could have become a doctor, but that's not what I want to do. I know what a PA is. I know what I was getting myself into. I knew that I could have applied to medical school if I wanted, but I wanted to take the PA route. You can't think any lesser of somebody because they're a PA and not a doctor. And being a PA is not taking an easier route. Trust me, you're doing the same amount of work um, as if you went to medical school. You're even doing like more work because it's it's like it's a very fast-paced program. So if anyone says that to you, just don't pay them any mind. And like you can ignore them, you can answer them and tell them why, but don't let that put you down or make you question yourself on why you became a PA and not a doctor. So yeah, you know what you wanted to do. You knew that you wanted to become a PA or go down that route. So no, whatever anyone says is not going to really deter you or bring you down. Okay. Um, Question number 8. What is a physician assistant? And another thing is that they always ask what's a physician assistant, and the next thing is, which annoys me, is are you the doctor's assistant? Really? Doctor's assistant? Like no. So a lot of people always ask you what a PA is. Um, That's not annoying. Like asking me if I'm a doctor's assistant, like no, that's extremely rude and disrespectful. But at the end of the day, like some people really don't know what the profession is, and you hear physician assistant, like people might think you're just like an assistant, like a secretary or something. Like, no, that's not your job. So, if someone asks you that, just educate them on what a PA is because they can honestly don't know, or some people just might be rude and disrespectful and they do know what it is, but they're trying to like downplay the profession. So, just the best thing to do is educate someone on what a PA is because like I said, not everyone knows what a PA is, and if they're asking you if you're a doctor's assistant, they clearly don't know what a PA is, so just let them know. Okay, last question. Are you gonna open up your own office when you become a PA? People that ask you this doesn't really know doesn't really know what a PA is or even if they do know what a PA is, they don't know really what a PA can or cannot do. So as a PA, you're working under the doctor. They're gonna sign off on your charts. Yeah, you're gonna see the patients on your own and stuff like that. But the doctor signs your charts at the end of the day. Um, and you cannot open up your own office um, you know. So that's just something that a PA cannot do. You can't go out there and become a PA and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna like open up my own practice." Like it doesn't work like that. You need a like as a PA, you need a doctor alongside you. So yeah, you can have like a family member that's a doctor that opens up an office and you're like maybe kind of like in like a silent investor, I don't know, but you can't really open up your own practice. You need a doctor in order for you to work. So if you get what I mean. um but yeah, so that was the last question. So if you have any more questions or um that you need answering or anything else, you can let me know. You can comment down below. You can send me an email. My email address is found below also.